December 2009, and the title is In Order to Fulfill the Responsibility to the Family, Become Knowledgeful, Become Equal to the Father, and Remain Stable in the stage of a detached observer. Have faith in the intellect in terms of the Father, the Self, the Drama, and the family, and become victorious. So, this Murli primarily talks about faith and how we should have faith in the self, the drama, and then family, because only then it means that we have faith in the Father. So, let's begin in remembrance of the One. Today, the powerful Father is seeing his powerful children because each child is making effort with deep love to become equal to the Father, Baap Saman. Baap Dada is pleased to see the children and sing songs of the wonder of the children in his heart. Vah children, vah. The children are the crown on the Father's head. The children are worshipped in two forms, whereas the Father is worshipped in just one form. So the children go ahead of the Father through the Father, and this is why the Father is pleased on seeing the children's effort. Of course, you are number wise, but having an aim in your effort is making you move ahead. Today, at Amrit Vela, Baba saw one aspect, which is the foundation of knowledge in all the children everywhere. The foundation is faith. It is said those who have faith in the intellect are victorious. So Baba saw the faith of all of you. Number wise, of course, everyone has faith in the Father. And the sign of that is that you have all recognized the Father and belong to Him and have also come here to meet Him. Each child has unbreakable faith in the Father, but as well as faith in the Father, faith in other things also has to be firm. So Baba talks about that the faith of all the foundation of all the knowledge which we have is just one thing, which is faith. And faith, why it is the foundation? Because only if we have faith, then we will do the dharana, we do service, we'll have love in the family, because everything hinges on faith. And that's why Baba says that faith is the foundation. Each child has unbreakable faith in the Father, but as well as faith in the Father, faith in other things also has to be firm. There has to be faith in the self, as well as that, there has to be faith in the drama and faith in the family. To be firm in these four types of faith means to have faith in the intellect and to be victorious on that basis. So check, am I firm in these four types of faith? So Baba is asking us to check, are we firm on all those four types of faith? It's like a chair जिसके 4 पहिए होते हैं, and even if one of it is weak, starts moving. So similarly, Baba is asking us to check, are we firm on all those 4 types of faith? In having faith in the Father, all of you say, my Baba and I belong to the Father. You say mine for the Father and have claimed a full right over the Father. You have claimed a constant right from the Father and claimed a right to all the treasures. Together with those, faith in the self is also essential. Why? If you do not have faith in the self, you become disheartened. The faith in the self is, I am an embodiment of self respect given to me by my Father. I have a right to self sovereignty. The Father Himself has given me so much self respect. Bring each point of self respect into your awareness, and you become so intoxicated. Nowadays, if people receive any title, they consider it to be their fortune. But who has given you children each and every point of self respect? Bap Dada himself has made each child an embodiment of self respect. Remembering each point of self respect, you fly with happiness. So, constantly have this much intoxication of faith in the self. I am one out of multi-million souls who has self-sovereignty through the Father, and I'm an embodiment of self-respect. Just as you have faith in the Father, in the same way, it is essential to have faith in the self, because when you have faith in the self, you then have faith in the intellect in every action. That is, you have self respect and are victorious. The meaning of faith is success. It is not, I have faith in the Father. It is very good that you have faith in the Father, but together with having faith in the Father, it is also essential to have the intoxication of who I am. Remember each and every point of self respect and faith. An intoxication will then be visible in your activity and face. So, Baba is saying here that yes, we have faith in the Father, but along with that, we need to have faith in our own self. There are times when we could even question, why am I here? What am I doing? That time, uh, we just need to remember that Baba has chosen me for a task. He wants to do service via us. We are just the instruments. And it is intoxicating that Baba has chosen us and we're just an instrument. What is lacking could be at times faith in self, but that should not happen. There should be intoxication. And Baba has given us self respect for every situation. So the intoxication is essential. And there was a class where I was listening a few weeks back, and sister was saying that how important it is to be in that intoxication of self-respect. And, Not just maybe writing, some people write, not that anything is wrong in writing, but when the situation comes, you don't have any fear, just faith. It is visible and it will continue to remain visible. As well as this, the third thing is faith in the drama. This is also necessary because within the drama, there are problems and there is also success. If you have firm faith in the drama, then those who have faith in the intellect based on their faith are able to change problems into a form of solution because faith means victory. So, whom do you attain victory over? By transforming it. The problem becomes the form of a solution in a second. You would then not come into upheaval. You will remain unshakable because having the knowledge of the drama, you become unshakable and immovable. You have that faith that you were an embodiment of solution in the previous cycle too. That is, you were a successful soul. You are that. And that after a cycle too, only you are going to become that. मैं कल्प कल्प की विजयी आत्मा हूं. So this intoxication enables you to make your faith in the drama very firm. You then have the spiritual intoxication, fakur, and intoxication, nasha. I was that, I am that, and I will become that. Therefore, it is essential to have faith in the drama in this effort-making life. So, Baba again is talking about faith in the drama. How essential it is to have faith in drama. And even after we come to Gyan, we think that problems might go or things. But once we are in Sangam Yoga, once we have recognized the Father, all the situations, problems, issues, they are a form of test papers. Even I used to think that now I've come into Gyan, then abhi to problems aenge to jhat se, but how? And what is important to remember is that it's not that situations and issues will stop coming, but they are not like karmic accounts anymore. Yes, they are our accounts, but they are a form of test papers, just like in a doctoral exam, we have a qualifying exam. Only then you are eligible to be a PhD candidate. Similarly, all these issues are a form of these small qualifying exam papers, because when the final time will come, we will face issues from numerous fronts. And then when we have passed all these papers successfully, only then we'll be able to pass the final paper. And hence the faith in drama is very essential, that yes, every scene is kalyankari for me. It is. I just need to have faith in the drama that things are happening for my own benefit, maybe for some power I'm lacking, something else, maybe something which, some shaktiya or some aspect which I'm ignoring, but through this issue or problem, I'm able to do that. I'm able to overcome and get over the vikar or anything else. As well as this, the fourth thing is to have faith in the family, because the father created the family as soon as he came. Just as you have faith in the Father, it is essential to have faith in the family too. Because, after all, whose family is it? Who else can have such a huge family? It is extremely essential to have faith in the family. Because who else in the world has such a big family? You can check as many families as you want in the world. Does anyone have such a family? Not even a divine father has such a large family because they have followers, whereas here it is a family. It is with the family that you stay in service and in relationships. It is not that you have a connection only with the Father. And so, what does it matter if you do not have it with family? Your faith in the family has to last for 21 births. You know that, do you not? It is by coming into connection with the family that you come to know that you're moving along with everyone in the big family with faith in your intellect. In order to move along with the family, you have to pay this attention. Each one in the family has and will have different sanskars. Your memorial is the rosary. And if you look at the rosary, look at the first number and 108th number, because there are those with different sanskars in the family. So you have to move along in such a big family, understanding one another's sanskars. It is one family, one father, one kingdom. And so we have to move along united. Just as it is a big family, so you have to have a big heart with everyone and move along with everyone while stable in the stage of having good wishes and pure feelings for everyone, because it is within the family that there are the sanskars and nature. What does some may think? What does it matter with the family? I have faith in the Baba. However, here both a religion and a kingdom are being established. So it is not just a religion. All of the founders of religion who came simply established a religion and not a kingdom. Here, all of you are going to rule. In a kingdom, a family is needed. And you do have to live with the family for 21 births in different forms. You cannot leave the family and go anywhere. So check this. Do not think the Father knows and I know. Everything is to do with the Father. But if one type of faith is lacking from these four types of faith, then there will be fluctuation. Of course, the Father is with you and your service companion to give Sakash. But who are your companions? The physical company that you have is the family. So the Father saw the majority of you are moving along well in having three types of faith, but you also have to fulfill your responsibility to the family. You have to know you're moving along, harmonize your sanskars. You have to see and move along with one another with feelings of benevolence. Many children move along according to their capacity in this. However, the Father has seen that those who are knowledgeable in having faith in the family and who constantly move along and live in the stage of a detached observer, like the Father, are the ones who become number one or who come in number one division. So check. Nature and intentions are within the family. Trivial mistakes happen in the family. Obstacles come in terms of the family. So it is most essential to pass in terms of the family. If there is anything lacking in terms of moving along with the family and fulfilling your responsibility, then whether it is a small or large obstacle, it causes trouble. It is only in connection with the family that questions arise. Why is this like this? How is this like this? So instead of asking why, realize that you have to move along together and fulfill the responsibility of a family, because this is the Father's family. It is God's family. It is not just an ordinary family. You should have the faith. Vah, Baba. Vah, drama. Vah, I, the self. And Vah, the family. Is this all right? Do you check this? So again, Baba has really put forth an important point. Do we have faith in the family? And regardless of anyone's sanskar, are we wholeheartedly accepting them and giving them the bal or strength? So that's another checking point which Baba has given. No? And just like we've seen in an Lokik Parivar, if probably some child or some family member has any um, physical disability or uh, any other issue, probably they have some psychological issue, and they take them to the psychiatrist, right? They just don't say, "Arey, ye pagal hai, isko kuch aata nahi hai, isko chhod dete hain." Similarly, even in the family, we see, probably we are seeing someone trying to do dharana, they're not able to do that, but they have the diligence, they're honest, they're coming every day, they're doing yoga. So as members of this Ishwarya Parivar, Baba is reminding us of the responsibility of fulfilling. That is, you give them strength. Of course, Baba is there, but why is the family there for? So that everyone moves ahead. And it is a wonderful feeling, right? So just as you get this beautiful feeling every time you help someone, so similarly, giving strength, being there for other Brahmin souls, giving them cooperation, love, and moving along is the best feeling. And that's what Baba wants us to check. Instead of questioning, we are fulfilling a responsibility. Is this all right? Do you check this? Have you passed in all four? In all four, not lacking in even one. Check this. Check right now, because this is the only method to be victorious. It is in the family that sanskars emerge. And in order to harmonize those sanskars, you have to transform them, the sanskars, and also look at the family with such elevated vision. Bap Dada has told you earlier too that Bap Dada looks at even the last child as being most fortunate. Why? Because he has recognized God. He has recognized the Father who is in an ordinary form. Such great Mahatmas have not been able to recognize God. But even the last child of Bap Dada says, my Baba, from the heart. He says from his heart, my Baba. Just as Bap Dada gives love and remembrance to the children, so seeing the speciality of even the last child, he gives the same to the last ones too. So check whether you're okay in three or in all four or in just two or just one. Have you checked? Did you check? Those of you who think that you are all right in having faith in all four, the Father, the Self, the Drama, and the family. Those who have faith in all four, raise your hands. You are okay. You are okay. Should Baba test you? Yes. Raise them. Okay. Have you passed in the subject of the family? You have come into relationship with the family because you're not going to leave the family. You have to live in the family and fulfill your responsibility. So have you passed in this? Do you ever think it would be good if this one were not here? Why is this one doing this? Why does this happen? Do you have such thoughts? Such complete intoxication of the family? One who has faith in all four will not have such thoughts about like this or like that. It may enter your thoughts. Why does it happen like that? But the question of why or what should not shake you. It should not change your mood. This is known as passing in all four. You raised your hands and pleased Bap Dada. But Bap Dada sometimes has to hear and see a lot when it comes to this thing about the family. You should have a totally big heart. Everyone has to be put right and good wishes and pure feelings because it is just one family. All have to move along together united and make others move along too. You're not going to make just yourself move along this way, but make others move along in the same way too. Because this is why Bap Dada is drawing your attention to this. Those in the family who pass in any upheaval and who do not have any waste have to make others like that too. At present, how many of you live at your centers? At the most, it may be a maximum of 25 to 50. There aren't that many, but if it is a big place, perhaps there may be 50 to 60. Or at the most, say, there may be 100. There aren't that many, but just think that there are many. Bap Dada has made the children of all centers, even the last one, move along saying, he is a loved child. The sign of love is, what is the love and remembrance that Bap Dada gives every day? Sweet, sweet children, sweetest children, knowing that they're also Sa children. Has Baba ever given love and remembrance saying, sweet and Sa children? However we are, and Baba accepts us, he calls us meethe bache every day. Never says kadve bache, khatte bache. He loves all of them. Sweet and Sa children, he calls them loved ones too. And not only does he say this, but he believes that the child is my child. He makes that one move along with the feeling that he belongs to him. Does he say this? But he believes that the child is my child. He makes that one move along with the feeling that he belongs to him, because he knows that within the drama and rosary, not everyone is number one. That is the result. There are different sanskars, and there have to be. Otherwise, everyone would be a king. Who would then be the subjects? Over whom would you rule? Good people are also needed, royal people. This is a kingdom. In this way, each one should check the self. Acha, we'll stop here for today. Om Shanti. So let us keep a few seconds in silence, and then we shall share the points of today's Murli. And before that, we can take one thing as a homework. That is, throughout the day, or probably for the next 15 days, we can check on how firm are we, or how much faith do we have in those four aspects which Baba said. And if we are lacking in any one, how are we overcoming that? And maybe we can discuss in the next week or so. Thank you. So we can start sharing points from today's Murli. Any takeaways?
Om Shanti, sister.
Shanti.
My biggest takeaways are, in fact, the essence of this entire Murli, to have faith in those four very, very important elements: faith in the Father, faith in yourself, faith in the drama, and faith in the family. So it's a good reminder in this Murli to reflect on if we are having that faith in all the four, and if not, then to work towards it. So for me, the entire essence of the Murli was the most important takeaway. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, so these four things that Baba has told us, And I was remembering, I've heard somewhere, Dadi Janki's speech, I think, which she gave in a meeting at uh, UN, I think. And I just remember this word, last sentence, united we stand. And this was the first, I think, speech that she gave in English. And it was really nice. It was very impressive. So I don't know if anyone has that. Maybe we can listen to this maybe today or tomorrow. And of course, these four subjects, four things that, the beliefs, faith in father, self, drama, and family. And there are so many four other things also. Right now, I can just remember our four subjects, Gyan, Yoga, Dharana, and Seva, because we were having bhatti for the last 2 days in our local center, and one sister from Chandigarh had come to, do this because we had a new house. Baba's house, another one. I'm in Delhi, so new house they have opened. So she was making us bhatti on these four subjects: Gyan, Yoga, Dharana, and Seva. So, and along with that, Baba's saying that it is God's family. It's not an ordinary family. You should have the faith and say Vah Baba, Vah Drama, Vah the self, and Vah the family. And sometimes he also says, or maybe it's been made by one of Brahmins only, that we also say Vah Bharat along with it. So because we all, come again to the Bharat only, we take birth again in the Bharat. So also Vah Bharat. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. As Baba's emphasized today on four stands of a chair and having faith in all the four aspects. The point that touched me is the way Baba speaks about how to have faith in the family. And the simple practice that he speaks today in the Murli is about every day in the morning, Baba addresses each child with meethe bache and not sar bache, like sweet children, not sar children. Keeping that in our intellect, I was getting an access that to each member of the family, we consider them with the space of knowledge and soul conscious space. And even if there's something which is not the way I may think is right, because that's my perception, at the same point of time, acknowledging that each human being, each soul comes with their own sanskar. They're not wrong, but they're different. And that is a place to stand, to have faith in the family. Om Shanti.
Shanti. Yes, anyone else? Bhavna Ben, Sukumaran Bai, Madhu Behan. Anything you would want to share? Sonia Behan.
Apurva, we can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yes, anyone else would like to share any point or anything? Would Bhavna Ben, Sukumaran Bai, Sonia Behan.
Om Shanti. Today, Baba said that all the obstacles come in terms of family only, because we have different kinds of sanskars. So at that time, if while moving along, we feel that something is troubling us, so in that case, we have to remember that we have to move all together with everyone. So at that time, there it becomes important to do the ras, to match up with the sanskars of others, adjust with others. but we have to remember that no one in the world has such a big family like us. So we cannot be away from the family, but we have to find the yuktis in order to make ourselves as well as other happy. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om
Very important.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Please carry on, sis.
No. Please carry on.
This is actually Baba tells we are having the paper from our family only. So this is really today's Murli is very important. We have to keep it in mind that we have to be full pass with family, because only the paper is, Baba tells so many times, it is papers used to come from our family only. So that is very important. I feel that. So I have to keep it in mind every time, whatever it may be. I have to be detached, observe from each and every point. That is very important. Nowadays, it's only happening to everywhere. That वो ऐसा है, ये ऐसा है. These things are coming to, we are not telling, but coming to mind also. Today also, whenever I heard the Murli, I heard the Hindi Murli also. That time I was have the feeling that, oh sister, I said, this sister, I said. So this is, we have to be detached, observer like Baba every time. That is very good. I am going to take that point. I feel it will be very good. Om Shanti. Have a nice day to everyone.
Om Shanti. Adding on to what just Sukumaran Bhai said, last week, a week before that, I was in a bhakti at Pandabhavan, and there was one class that Gopi Ben was taking, and I remember the point that she spoke about was Maya's work is to come between two Brahmins. Yeah, it is us to check every moment if there is something that is in the space and making difference and making us unhappy, that we catch ourselves from Maya and be agile to stand there in the difference of two Brahmins, and work together instead of getting upset, set ourselves and check ourselves that these are, as Sukumaran Bhai said, that these are going to be the papers coming between the sanskars of people in the family. This is the point just came in my mind, that she categorically said that माया का तो काम ही है दो ब्राह्मणों के बीच में आके उन्हें अलग करना. So be aware of this in today's time. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. For me, also the same point. Baba talks about faith in the family, and since being in the beginning, of course, I was not really aware much of what is faith in the family, but later, what I started realizing is this is actually a very crucial point, because even in probably in the class, you're talking to other Brahmin souls or maybe churning some point, but there have been some times where you're talking about some point of knowledge, and then suddenly just out of nowhere somebody talks about some other Brahmin soul, and then it, for me it was a bit of like, it took me some time to like, I couldn't just understand what was happening, and at that moment, I had this thought, acha, and and I realized my mistake, and why did I create this sankalp, or why was it, I should have been uh, sending instead good wishes, or having pure feelings. I told that to my mother after the class, that I really feel terrible about that. And uh, since then, even if something probably happens or somebody even comes up, there is no such, this rejection, or because we are all family, we make mistakes, but rejecting, it's what if somebody rejects us just on the basis of something, कुछ धारणा नहीं हो रही, तो Yeah, that was one thing actually, which I still keep it in mind and trying to practice that. So, yeah. Yes, anyone else? Yes, Rakibin.
The example that you gave, what I was getting access here was having faith in the self is standing in the place of Swaman, being with self-respect. And in so many Murlis, Baba mentions that when you are standing in the place of self-respect, when you set yourself there, then giving respect to others becomes very easy. So that's another checking point of those 4 stands of faith that Baba speaks about. It's very easy for we children to have faith in Baba because that's where we stand and we became Brahmin child. And you know, it's now become easy to also have faith in drama because we say everything is kalyankari. But these 2 checking points, having faith in self and having faith in the family, is only possible when we stand in the place of self-respect and be agile all the time. Om Shanti.
Shanti. Yes. Yes. Anyone else would want to share any point? Sonia Ben, Madhu Ben, anyone?
Woman, your voice is very low.
Oh, sorry, this earpiece. Can you hear now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to play the music?
Yes, we can move on to the meditation then. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Sit quietly. And in the remembrance of one, I, the soul, a powerful soul, Baba has chosen me out of the multi-million, seeing my speciality. I radiate purity, good wishes, and love wherever I go. That love, that acceptance I show towards myself, the family, gives me the strength to be Baba's right hand, to be his companion and service. No matter the obstacles, the problems, my faith is unshakable. I am never alone because I have the Father with me. I have full faith in myself, in the task which Baba has given to me, and set out to reveal the Father. I have faith in the drama, in each and every scene, and love and only love for the family. I feel this oneness, and I move ahead with this intoxication that I am a victorious soul, a powerful soul. Be in this wonderful intoxication and feel the light. Feel Baba's love and presence with you. Come back with this awareness, this feeling of light and mind. Have a beautiful start of the day. Acha, Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone, and have a beautiful day ahead.
It's very nice, beautiful, wonderful.